Hi, my name is Lisa Soland, and I'm the senior editor at Climbing Angel Publishing. And I am super excited tonight because I get to introduce you to my friend and one of our new authors, Joni Caldwell. Joni, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm fine, Lisa. How are you? I'm so happy to be here tonight.
I am totally excited because just a little bit ago, I was able to see Joni's actual book, which she's going to show you in a second. But there it is.
I couldn't wait.
Yeah, I know that one moment when you open the box and there it is. There's just no other moment like that. But Joni has written a great book, and it's called I Like to Be Quiet. And she entrusted Climbing Angel Publishing in publishing the book. So I thought we'd just have a little conversation with her tonight and find out, first of all, what could have possibly inspired you to write a book about being quiet?
Yeah, you know me. I'm not quiet.
No,
but I will tell you that my inspiration is my daughter. And my daughter was a very quiet child. And so everything about me understanding anything about a quiet child, she taught me. You know, I remember when she was first born, and after you count all the fingers and toes, and I wrapped her up tight, and I was just talking to her, and I remember I was making promises to her, and I said, you know, I'm never going to make a mistake. I'm going to work so hard, which is such a ridiculous thing, of course. But I also said, I will teach you how to be in this world. I'll teach you the things you need to know to be successful and happy. And I in my imagination, I think she's looking up at me saying, you know what, Mom, if you'll just watch me, I'll tell you who I am. And because you can't make a person be something that they're not. You need to celebrate who they are exactly as they are. So that was my inspiration. And I have other quiet children in my family too. The story is based on another quiet child in my family.
you know, what's interesting about that is even people that aren't quiet sometimes need quiet time.
Yes.
And if you lock somebody into some kind of a framework of who you think they are, that makes it more difficult for their personality to have certain needs and wants that are maybe outside of that framework.
That's a great point. And I think a lot of my hope with this is that a mother, dad, grandmother, grandfather will read this to a little 3, 4, 5-year-old child that's quiet. So they'll know it's okay to be quiet. It's okay to like to be quiet. And also for those parents and grandparents to know, pay attention and receive them just like they are. Don't spend a lot of your energy trying to make them something that they're not. Because there's a place in this world for quiet children. There's a place, just like there's a place in this world for charismatic children who always know the right thing to say and can make you laugh and connect so easily. There's a place in this world for quiet children. And quiet doesn't necessarily mean passive. You know, the quiet children are observing and they're collecting data and they're getting ready to do other things with that data. So that's the message I want to be out there. I don't want another quiet child to spend a minute thinking, I'm not good enough because I'm not like her. You know, I don't know what to say all the time, so I'm not good enough.
Or grow up feeling like they have to augment their quietness. Yeah. And maybe if they go to a party, you know, they feel like, you know, maybe they have to have a drink when maybe they're not really you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that you've got to compete with people that are bombastic is ridiculous, right?
I think that a lot of quiet people that grow up and they're quiet feel like they push themselves so hard to be socially outgoing, and I think they feel like I'm really an imposter because if they only knew, I don't like this at all. You know, and so why can't we accept them for just how they are, how they come?
Yes, and I think we could use some quiet people in the world.
Yes.
Right? They probably make better listeners, and we could use more listeners.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. I just love your book. I loved working
Oh, thank you.
and tell me a little bit about Jon, the illustrator.
Oh, Jon Bonjour. He is an amazing illustrator. I know him personally. Full disclosure, he's my nephew, and but he is an absolutely amazing illustrator and artist.
Let's see some.
And he did a great job with the illustrations in this book and Carly's book. We can talk about Carly's book a little bit. Carly Sumier, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. It was part of the class, and she's written a book called Wheels Off, and he also illustrated that book. And that's the sweetest story about a relationship between a brother and sister and bullying. I mean, that's something that is a message that all people need to hear, especially from a young age.
Well, let's see some of the illustrations while you're.
I would love to share some illustrations. Okay, so this is the cover. You let me know if you can see it all right.
And that's our protagonist. That's the little girl who's.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Let me show you some. Here's another one of the family shot.
Wonderful.
Aren't the illustrations just great?
Yes, and they printed nicely, and it's very colorful and upbeat.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, this is the paperback version of it. I've ordered a hardback version too, so if it looks this good on the paperback version, I'm excited to see what it looks like
Now,
with hardback.
Yes, people can buy the book from you in person. Joni is living in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and she'll be holding events as she's able with the COVID-19 concerns, and her books will be out and about. You can like her on Facebook, Joni Caldwell. Writer.
Yep.
And, but you can also purchase her books at Barnes & Noble, at Amazon, and other online leading bookstores. So we have published it in both softcover and hardcover. And as you know, when the little ones like a book, they read it a lot, and those little hands are touching it. Those hardcovers come in handy if you're a real lover of books and you like to keep them over the years. Boy, I just can't recommend your book enough, Joni.
Thank you, Lisa.
Your friends, all your friends to see it and to understand this part of you, what is your background with writing? Do friends know that you write, or?
Oh, well, that's going to be a very short conversation. I have participated in writing workshops. People have commented over the years about certain essays or letters or things that I've written for special occasions. They've liked that, and that's what got me interested in learning more about writing. But this is my very first book, and so this is a new venture for me. And what I would say to anybody out there, whether you're a young person that is thinking that you might want to write, or maybe an old person like me, you should pursue it. Get in with a good community of other writers so you can read each other's work and get feedback on it. Climbing Angel Publishing has been a very easy group to work with, to help edit, to help publish. You made it so easy for me. And so getting in with a good publisher, getting in with a good community of writers, I think is very important.
Well, there are a lot of people, a lot of writer wannabes, and even some writers out there that, it's a tough world out there. And especially now with everything that's going on, what would you say to writers that have become discouraged? Well, do you have advice that you would give to them?
Well, I would just say keep on writing. If that's what's in you, keep on writing. You don't want to get to the end of your life and say, I really wish I'd tried harder at that, or I wish I hadn't been so afraid to get my stuff out there. From everything I hear, there's a lot of writers that get rejected, and not appreciated for their talent. And but at the end of the day, you write for yourself. and you write for what you, if you're not writing for that reason, you'll probably be disappointed. But you write for yourself, and I think just for the creativity side of you to be awake again. I think you think about small children. All small children draw, they tell stories, they sing, they dance, they have absolutely no inhibition. And I think as we grow up, we begin to collect these fears about, can I be creative? That's for somebody else. That's not for me. And, you know, you could be like me and be in the business world and love it. And I do. But there's more than one side of me, and there's more than one side to all of us. And I would say tap into whatever it is that you do that's creative, because we tend to think, oh, if I can do it, anybody can do it. But I have friends that can paint beautifully. I cannot do that. And so, you know, they need to keep on doing that. Singing, music, good gracious, that speaks to everyone. So get in a choir or sing in your car, whatever. Learn to play an instrument. And if you like to write, if you're surprised by what happened, what the story that comes out of your writing, you're a writer, I think.
Yes, because
I'm not an expert, but that's what I think.
Part of you is open to something greater happening than you even expected, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And you have witnessed that with your book, and now you're almost finished with this second one that should be out in another 4 or 5 months. Right?
I'm excited about it too.
Yes, but we won't talk about that one yet.
Nope, not yet.
So well, it's a great book, and the illustrations are wonderful. Jon did a great job, and I wish you both enormous success with this book. May it be the first of many.
Thank you, Lisa.
God bless, and thanks for listening in. Bye-bye.